Okay, the apocalypse just hit, but you found your way into a safe bunker with all the food you need, but you got all this time in your hands. You're only allowed to bring 40 Joes with you. They could be Joes, Cobras, whatever sub-teams you want. You probably start playing with your toys because there's not going to be a whole lot to do except for wait for the apocalypse to end. Let's get started.
Those snake guys, yeah.
Okay, so I went through my entire collection of G.I. Joe International, everything O-ring basically, and picked out my all-time favorite, cannot live without G.I. Joes. These are ones that I had as a kid, ones that I wanted as a kid. Some of them are ones that I never even knew about as a kid, but have grown to love as an adult. Okay, so I've made my selection and I've narrowed it down, but I've taken out the top 10 and I'm going to show you and go through all the ones that I've chosen, and then we're going to do a top 10 of the best ones. All right, I'm going to do these in order of year, and I'm going to start with the Joes and then do the Cobra. So I don't have any straight arm because they're not really fun to play with, so I started with 1983. And for 83, for my original 13, you might be scratching your head on this one, but I chose Zap. I've always loved the artwork. I like his weapon. It looks like a big bazooka. So yeah, he's definitely coming with. We have Stalker. Just, you know, you gotta have Stalker. He's one of my favorites from that original lineup. And Rock and Roll. Just one of the cool looking ones with those bullets across the chest. Big weapon. So those are the good ones that I got from the originals. From 83 as well, we have Silver Pad's Grand Slam. Kind of gives you air support and a built-in vehicle. So that's really cool. We have Tripwire from 83. Another one that's not so popular, but I've always been a fan. He was one of the first ones that I got on a trade that I couldn't buy because he was, you know, prior to when I started collecting. So I've always just kind of had a spot for Tripwire. I collect all the different Tripwire molds, but yeah, I got to bring this one with me. Okay, for 84, I've brought along, oh, I could say Duke the mail away for 83, but let's start him off with 84. We have Duke, the sergeant, to lead them into battle. From 84, we have Roadblock. I love this version. Just, I don't know, that tripod makes it kind of like a playset, so a great figure. Also, we have the Tracker Spirit with Freedom. One of the first action figures that comes with an animal, so it's kind of like two figures in one. Also from 84, we have Blowtorch, possibly the first Neon Joe. Gotta have a flamethrower. Those colors are bright, but they're a warning. You better look out. What else do we have for Joes for 84? That's it. So, oh no, we have Ripcord. A childhood favorite, another one I got on a trade. Just love the look, the camouflage. He looks great with another one. I hate to spoil it, but I've chosen the Night Force Crazy Legs, which looks awesome with Ripcord, the original. So, okay, now we move on to 85. Starting with Infantry, we have Footloose. Just love the colors. I guess the helmet with that camouflage on top just makes him one that you can't live without. Okay, from 85 as well, we have Bazooka, childhood favorite. Whatever, he's wearing red. It never really bothered me, just like Crazy Legs. You might say it's a Target, but, you know, right beside him is Jinx, and she's red, so whatever. I like her. From 85, we have Flint, someone else to take charge, oversee the missions and all the different missions going on at once. But Flint, a childhood favorite, just like that black shirt with the bullets. I don't know, just a great looking figure. And Quick Kick from 85, another one I had as a kid. Got to have some ninjas. And yeah, he's just one of the ones that's coming with. Also from 85, we have Shipwreck, another one that comes with an animal, so you get another character. It's like a 2-for-1. Do I have any 86? Not for Joe's. Let's move on to 87. One I had as a kid, Jinx. Just a beautiful figure. I don't know, something about that red mold. It's just different than the paint. Makes for a beautiful figure. We needed more ninjas, more ninja. I love the figure. 2 swords. She had that awesome bow staff with the blades at both ends. So, great looking figure. 88. Yes, we have Blizzard for 1988. For Arctic Troopers, I chose Blizzard because he just got way better gear loadout than Snow Job. I like the helmet, I like the crampons, I like that he's got skis, an awesome machine gun, and then you can turn all that, well, the skis into with his backpack into like a riding, kind of like a sled. So awesome figure, lots of play value. So from Arctic Trooper, yeah, we took Blizzard. Okay, also from 88, we have Crazy Legs, but I chose Night Force Crazy Legs. From 1989, we have Backblast. Awesome looking figure. Lots of weapons. Those big bullets. For what gun? Not that one. He's got a rocket launcher down there that goes on his shoulder. And for 1990, I chose Ambush, one of my later figures that I've grown fond of. Just awesome accessories. That lean-to just makes him a wild looking, or an awesome figure. Okay, for the Cobras, started off with 82 because I didn't have any swivel arm troopers, but you gotta have a trooper. One of my favorites as a kid. It's coming with. What else do we have from the early years? I got Cobra Commander. I went with the swivel arm. I don't need the Mickey Mouse, don't need the straight arm. I need something I can use, so I got the Cobra Commander from 1983. From 1984, we've got Firefly, just an awesome looking figure. You just gotta have a Firefly. Also from 84, we have Storm Shadow. We got some ninjas to fight against G.I. Joe's ninja. We have Destro. Awesome looking figure, one of my childhood favorites. Baroness from 1984. And we have Zartan from 1984. Gotta have Leader of the Dreadnoks, which we have, these aren't from 84, those are 85. They're straight necked, they don't swivel, but we have Buzzer, Ripper, and Torch. I had those 3 as a kid. They always kind of went together, so. Monkey Wrench looked the same, but with his swivel neck and come out a different year. Wasn't quite as tight as those guys were. From 85, we've got, we've got the Crimson Guard. Gotta have him with the Trooper. I had him as a kid. Awesome. From 85, we have Cobra Eels. I've always loved the way he looked. He's loaded, like, with all his gear on, he just looks great. Okay, from 1986, I picked Serpentor. My regular Serpentor, the cowl broke in the backpack hole, so I had to bring out my Yellowneck, the only loose Serpentor I have. So he'd be coming to the bunker with me. Okay, from 86 we have Cobra Bats. Another one I had as a kid. Just, I don't know, I guess any of the army builders I was fond of, so I'm bringing them along. From 87 we have Big Boa, one of my favorites. Boxing gloves, you know he's going to be one of the arch rivals or one of the last fight battles for one of your Joes. 1987 Armored Cobra Commander. I liked having the two Cobra Commanders to switch out of the uniform, so. And I had this one as a kid too. We have Road Pig from 1988. Awesome looking figure. One of my favorite dreadnoughts too. Just that weapon too, with the cinder block on a stick. Another one of my favorites from 1988 is Destro, the Iron Grenadier version. Looks very menacing. From 1989 we have Naugahyde. I had this guy as a kid and he was an absolute favorite of mine. Lots of weapons. I like the hat. He's another one that comes with an animal. And that Baraka style blade on a wrist holder there. Another one I've added from later years, it's a Toys R Us exclusive. I'm not sure, it's sometime in the 2000s, but this Red Cobra, I threw him in there because I think, you know, Storm Shadow needs some backup and he needs some ninjas with him, so we've got him. Okay, well here you have it. Here's my choice of Joes that I would take to the bunker with me. I got an assortment of Joes and Cobras. With the Joes I got everything from tracker to infantry, skydivers, Arctic trooper, ninjas. I tried to get a good team, so I got a bit of everything. Now let's get to the top. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm in a bit of a hurry, so I only got one shot. The pictures are short, so let's hopefully get this right. For number 10, we have Outback, but we have a tie. I found a loophole, a way to get more figures on the island. Which one do you like better? Next, we have Tunnel Rat. Honestly, I couldn't decide between these two, so they're both coming. If you like one or the other better, let me know. They're both awesome. For number 8, we have Ninja Viper. I think because I've just opened this one, he's a little more of a favorite right now, but I can never have enough Ninja. Cobra Diazio for number 7. Just love this of my international G.I. Joe. This is the one that I've chosen to bring. Okay, number 6, a childhood favorite and another tie. What do you know? Another figure comes along. And Air Puro, the Estrella version. For number 5, we have the G.I. Joe version of Storm Shadow, so I can evolve the story from the Cobra version I have as he joins the Joes. Number 4, I have Airborne, one of my childhood favorites. I got this one in the mail actually when I was a kid. It was the one that my mom allowed me, or yeah, whatever. Number 3, Recondo, one that I always wanted as a kid but never got till I was older. I guess I just wanted him to do missions with Gung Ho, who I had as a kid, but he never had Recondo. But I always loved him from seeing him in the pictures. But Gung Ho, childhood favorite. And number 1, Snake Eyes, of course. Snake Eyes version 2, the ninja version, comes with an animal. He's got a Uzi and a sword. How can you go wrong? All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.